Hello and welcome to Summerlicious. We are here again to make another delicious recipe for you. Today we are going to go and make some Bountiful bars. And this came out of my recipe book that is called Sugar Free. So needless to say, everything is going to be natural, but it's going to be extremely sweet. And I have my wonderful granddaughter, Lakey, here again to help me. So we're going to begin. We are going to start by, first of all, we needed to make another pan that has the parchment paper in it. And again, I use the paper clips to hold it in place so that we don't ever spill any on the outside. Now, the first thing that we need to put together is what's going to go in the freezer. And this is going to be the inside. Basically, it's kind of like Mounds bars, but good for us.
Yeah, and it's also like Almond Joy, but it's good, but no almond as well.
And we could put some in if we wanted to. That's an option. So first of all, we need to take and get our coconut oil, coconut cream, salt, and rice malt syrup and combine it in a bowl. So Lakin is going to take care of that first.
Okay. So we're doing this first?
So we need 6.5 ounces of shredded coconut. And this is unsweetened coconut, straight from the bin at Sprouts. Then we need 2 tablespoons of organic coconut oil. We just scoop that out. There's 1. You might want to use the spatula or a little spoon too if you want. I'll get you a little spoon. So you can.
It's really hard to get out.
And we'll get, yep. And then we'll get 1 more. We need 1 more of those. That's okay, you can just set it down in there.
There you go.
Okay. And we'll take 1 more scoop of coconut oil.
See if this one comes out by itself. No.
And save your coconut oil because it's used in the step on top of the coating.
Okay. Is this good?
That's good. So you can throw that, both of those into the sink.
Do we need to mix it?
Now we need, but we'll use the spatula, the red, right here, the red one.
Did you clean it?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can just start stirring. Okay, and then we are going to need some coconut cream. I always buy the organic cans of coconut cream. And so always take it and dump it into a bowl and stir it up because it always separates.
Smell this. That smells good because all that's in here is totally coconut.
And then we need 1/2 cup of coconut cream, which again, I've already mixed up from in the can so that it is nice and smooth. Need 1/2 cup of coconut cream.
I got it on a spatula a little bit.
We need some sea salt. And we need a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt.
Do I just put it in here?
Yes, did you get it all?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. And then the malt. And just so you know, the rice malt syrup is not easy to find. I could not find it, so I'm just going to use my organic malt syrup right now. But I am going to order it on Amazon, so I will have it next time I make these bars. So we need 1/4 cup of that. So make sure you get that all mixed up. And then we will take 1/4 cup of this maple syrup that I have here. And again, it calls for rice malt syrup, but that's the best we could do today. So that is all of the ingredients for the inside. of this delicious bar, which is going to go into the pan and then go into the freezer for 30 minutes. So as soon as she's done mixing all of that up, we're going to put it in here and it goes in the freezer.
This looks really, really good. Smell that.
Oh, yum. This is going to be tasty. So, again, I'm just going to give it one little whirl, make sure everything's good. But it looks like she got it all mixed up well. Look at that stays. See? I think it's going to fall. Well, hopefully it doesn't fall. Sorry for the technical difficulties right now. There. We're going to have to leave it at that, but I'll figure out a new system. I'll get some type of thing that's going to hold my phone better when I'm doing these videos. Because my goal is to help every single one of you eat healthy and help your body stay healthy.
Yeah,
Excuse
and
me.
cook really good.
And make some yummy things for your family, which is very important because as girls and women of the house, you're kind of the one responsible for making that.
Yes.
So you need to take and learn some things and what's healthy and what's not healthy and get your family healthy. And here is what it looks like. I'm going to take the phone down so you can see it this time. That's what it's going to go. It's going to go into the freezer for 30 minutes. And so we are going to get ready to start the other, the top coating, but we are going to wait just a little bit because we have to wait for this to freeze up a little bit because it needs to be ready for when our chocolate cover is ready to go on top of it. So we do need to freeze this first. So take a break, go take a chill pill, and we'll check back with you in 30 minutes. Hi there, we're back. We just removed the inside of the bar from the freezer. Now, because we didn't have that malt syrup, they seem not as solid as I would hope they would have been. Again, this is our first time making this, so bear with us. We may have to perfect this, but at any rate, because it does seem a little liquidy yet, so either we put it back into the freezer or we proceed and try and do our thing. So the next step we have to do is make the chocolate coating. How we do that is we put a pan of water on the stove to boil, and then we put some type of safe dish to put over the pan to allow the mixture to melt. That is what we are going to dump our coconut mixture into and make these bars. So I'm going to turn back on my boiling water, put this on top of it, and then we are going to start adding our ingredients.
So
first one we need to add is the coconut oil.
So this is the
and
coconut
it's a half
oil.
a cup of coconut oil. And do you have a spoon ready for yourself?
No.
No. Always be prepared when you're cooking. When I cook or bake, I always lay all my ingredients out ahead of time, so I'm prepared to do what I need to do.
Okay. I'm ready for the next item. So I'll put this in the sink.
And now we need this though.
Okay.
Yep. We need, so what we're doing right now is we are melting the coconut oil in that dish on top of boiling water. And you should, somehow we should try and get you to be able to see this process. So maybe we can put it there so that you can, oops, I'm sorry, people. Might have to redo this video one day. But for now, I'm just trying to get it to stand so that you can see what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we are, see what we have here? We have boiling water underneath, which I'm going to turn down a little because I don't want my glass to, this is a oven-proof dish, so I think we should be able to do it this way.
And make sure you do have something that's safe to use it with, or it might start like a
Yeah,
fire.
we don't want any glass to break.
Yeah.
That would be the worst. So right now our coconut oil is almost melted. And again, it's not on the oven top. It is on a pan filled with boiling water.
Yeah, don't put it on the...
That will break for sure
yes.
if you put it on the heating element of the stove. Don't want to ever do that. Okay, and then the next ingredient it says to is the Caraca butter.
It's this stuff.
Okay, so we're going to put that in there and get that melted.
Make sure it's chopped because...
Yeah, and it does need to be chopped up. That'll make it melt in here better.
Stuff in here.
Okay. I can take in. Thank you, Lakin. And then after that, we are going to add the maple syrup, which we need a 1/2 cup of maple syrup.
Which is going to be right
So you can go ahead and add that. And again, pretty much everything we use is organic. In this house, we usually try to stay as healthy as possible.
Well, this is not what it looks like. It's actually in the recyclable, which I'm not going to take.
No, this step needed the maple syrup. The other one needed the rice malt syrup.
Oh,
so this one did need this.
Okay, the next
so now okay, so
cup of Caraca powder,
which is going to make it the chocolate. You can put that in.
So right when it's done, we're going to have... that came out like quick.
This is going to create chocolate.
So it's the same exact brand as the other one. So.
Hopefully this turns out.
Yeah.
Someone's already licking a knife from cutting the bars, so it must be good.
It is.
Ooh, and this is looking very good.
Oh, that looks delicious.
I'm going to turn down the boiling water a little bit because we don't think we need
And that's healthy chocolate as well.
Yes. Yes, this is not milk chocolate, which would have dairy in it. This is not some of the other chocolates that would have extra added sugar. Everything is natural in this. A natural product, not a processed product.
Yes. I don't know how that is, so.
Well, you're learning.
Yes.
Okay, and it just says keep stirring, stirring, and stirring until you have all of it melted. And I'm getting pretty close here. That looks pretty
really
chocolatey.
Yep.
And what we're going to do is somehow we're going to pick up these bars, which really did not get as thick as I hoped they would be. And it could be because we weren't able to use that rice malt syrup. But we are going to do our best. And
we could pick it up with a spatula.
Yep, and that's what I was thinking we were going to have to do because... So go find one that has the third drawer would have a spoon that has... like that one.
This one?
No, that's not a spatula. She just grabbed a pizza cutter. Silly Lakin. Nope, that... I was talking about one that had like this where we could pick it up and let the chocolate run through.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're going to have to try and scoop these off like this.
Okay.
Into its, and maybe even if we do them smaller, that'd be fine too. So, I still have some butter that's got to melt though. So I'm going to shut this off because we are totally melted now.
And then when it hardens with it, it's going to harden, so then it'll be easier to bite it.
Yes, and we'll put those back in the freezer, I believe. So.
Should we get like a spoon so you could like sprinkle it and it'll be over it?
Here, just dip it in. Dip it in. Okay, now pull it out. Let it drain a little bit. Oops, sorry. And then we're going to take and put it over on the...
There.
Okay, now do the next one.
Next one.
Okay, dip it in.
Dip it in.
Okay, out.
Let it drain.
Okay.
And then...
I'll transfer to the thing. Now try again.
Want me to make
You
it
want
small?
them cut in half?
Yes.
And unfortunately, I think we may need that rice syrup, malt syrup, because these don't seem as solid as they should be. it's kind of falling apart a little bit. So, but we're doing the best we can. That's all you can do. And not necessarily every time does a recipe turn out exactly the way it's supposed to be. But if the end result is yummy, then I guess it turned out right.
Yeah, at least it's good. But it doesn't mean that has to be good if it's right, though. You don't have to like everything.
Keep this smooth. There it goes.
I just want to lick my hands after.
Don't do it, though. Always never lick your hands while you're cooking, especially if you're cooking for stuff for other people.
Yeah,
you
but like
wait
after,
till the end.
After, yeah.
Yep. Wait till you're done.
Anyway, it doesn't matter if it breaks because the surrounding is going to surround it, so it would all stick together.
I had an idea, too. We could always put these over here and pour that on.
So I'm going to pour this here.
Okay. Then up it goes. We can't leave them in too long because then it will, that stuff will, because it was frozen, now it's going to be not. Okay, there you go. I'm going to take some more over to the other thing and then pour some on it. So.
In and then out.
Okay. When I do that, I can actually pour some on. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to get a spoon so I can pour some of that on there too.
We did wash our hands before this, so make sure you guys
And you know
wash
what,
your
Lakin,
hands.
this actually works out better over here. Doing it this way. Looks like they stay on better. So maybe by putting it in there, the coconut oil and stuff in the first batch is melting it. So how about, we're going to shut this off now. And we are going to take and let's spoon them onto here. So back over to here. I'm sorry. Then get those onto here. And then we will just pour the chocolate over the top of it. And I can make one more. Okay, now we'll take this, which is going to be a little difficult. Yes.
And we could have the extra chocolate as well.
Okay,
Now
so
lift my
now,
finger now. This is falling.
yes, this is hot, so just stay back for me. And then we will take a spoon like that and pour the chocolate over the top of these.
I'm going to taste these. I want to taste the chocolate by itself. They taste exactly like chocolate, but it's healthy.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, taste it. Taste it.
Just a second. So now once we have them dipped, does it say we need to
Put it in there
dip
for
it,
30
refrigerate
minutes.
it for 30 minutes? So it has to go in the refrigerator this time for 30 minutes. And I think what we're going to do is put it back in the freezer because the bottoms, the center did not freeze up as much as we liked. So I'm going to have to move some smoothies out of the way to make that fit in there. So right now, this is what we have for our bars. And we are going to put them into the freezer. I guess you didn't see that very well, did you? Okay. So we're going to put them in the freezer, and then we will check back with you guys when we pull them out and see how it goes. Thank you for being with us again, and we will perfect this a little bit better. I have now ordered some of the rice malt vinegar or sugar or syrup, I'm sorry, on Amazon, so we'll be able to get it and correct the recipe, and I'm guessing that's why we had a little bit of a runnier center. But Toodles. Have a great day and see you next time on Summerlicious. Hi everyone, welcome back to Summerlicious. We've just pulled out our bars out of the freezer, and this is what we have so far. We're going to cut them all up. As you can see, our inner coconut blend did not harden as much as we needed to, and I'm guessing it's because we needed that rice malt syrup. So we will get that. We have it ordered. Next time we make this, we do this, but actually the chocolate turned out fantastic, and we are just going to go ahead and cut it, and it'll be chocolate bars plus coconut chocolate bars. Let's see how it goes. Ooh.
You want one?
Sure, I'll try one.
There you go. So as you can see, I was able, now that it was in the freezer long enough, I was able to cut them into squares, and we will see what our people think. Grandpa and Lakin, what do you think?
Delicious.
Tastes like a Mounds bar.
Cool. And guess what? No refined sugar, no butter, no dairy. Perfect for healthy people. So we'll make this recipe next time we have our correct ingredients for the inside, and hopefully have more of a bar. But I think we'll enjoy this. So enjoy your day. Have a blessed day, and talk to you later. See you later. Summerlicious.